Oh, hello, Bubba. What are you trying to do, mate? Come on, buddy. Oh, is that how? You reckon you can help, mate? Okay. Really? Hey. Oh, you are so much trouble. Yeah, you make it really hard to do this, Bubba. How's the printer going? How's that test doing? Looking alright so far. Bad material, but
So what platform are you streaming on?
I'm on YouTube.
That's why I can't find you.
That'll be it. I haven't set up a give it a crack Twitch yet, so I thought I'd go with the platform I'm on.
Yeah, because it's once one's set up, you don't want to go to the other one.
What you doing, fella? Hello, Uncle. No?
Hello, little dude. All right, I am watching.
Alrighty.
I'll be silent for a bit.
That's right, so will I.
I love how he's talking. He's like, haha. You're like, hello, uncle. He's like, nah, not that guy.
Alright, that goes there, and all we're really checking here is that there's no conflicts. I've changed one of the main components because it's not designed to go on this part, so we're just seeing how we go. Alright, let's make that joint.
Also, mate, if you ever want to use my SoundCloud in the back of your videos, go for it.
That was incorrect. That was wrong. Oh, yeah. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I hadn't even thought that far. I just thought I'd see if I can load this up and do a thing. Alright, let's go that way. That's better.
So have you told the people what you're doing?
Not particularly yet. I'm not expecting this to get any views or whatever, so it's more about having the system set up. Maybe someone will pop in and ask a question, but I'm designing a 3D printer from scratch, basically. Um, by scratch, I mean using all the files and whatnot that is out there for me to use and modifying them. Um, which way are we going? That way. So if you're not familiar with uh, this sort of software, 115 should be right. This model here is also in the other section, in the other tab, which is here. But they're different entities of the same thing. So to edit it, I need to jump over here, hit save on that one. Then I can jump back over here and update here. Now, if I'm right, which I'm not, right. Let's hide that one. Oh, I've got a few wrongs there actually. Oh, I didn't modify that one. Right. Too many layers going on here. Um, Much better. There we go. Alright, so what I'm checking for, or trying to accomplish, is this part here on a normal printer would have a whole different back section to it. The motor would come in from the front here. I actually want for weight to move the motor coming in from the back, which I should be able to do, and relocate it so instead of mounting on that section further up, it's all up nice and high on this block here.
And in doing that, what will you achieve?
Well, the printer that's this is designed off as i3, which is probably like most of the printers you've seen out there. This one is not an i3. So what I've got here is the rail that's going to be my X rail. I haven't modelled the rest of the printer yet because this part is determining the size of everything else. So I've ordered that part already for me to play with, and I'm currently printing this part here. That bit that's highlighted, I'm printing that as a test piece to see if I'm at least on the right track. But this one's basically going to be a big cube. You're going to be able to move the print head's going to move in the horizontal axes at the top, and then the Z, or the heat there, is actually going to retract down as it goes up, as it builds. Quite a bit different to what you'd normally see in an i3 build. One of the other things I've got to consider here as well is I need to attach end stops to this thing at some point as well, and where they're going to go, which will be fun.
You call them end stops?
Yeah, so little switches that go on the side, so when it crashes into the wall, it stops.
Yeah, so it goes at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, you'd put them on the end of the actual rail and fix them in place, but I've got the opportunity to mount them on the bed here, and so as the carriage actually moves. Why aren't you selecting?
Will that give it better fail-safe redundancy?
A little bit. Makes it tidy. It actually makes it easier to do the design. That's the better place to put it. What happened to my animations? Yeah, there we go.
So the 3D program you're using allows you to create separate files of the 3D model,
Yep.
but then also assemble them in the 3D environment.
Yep.
So you got your asset, and then you've got your environment.
Yep, and animate them. So if I just turn all this stuff off here, that bit there is attached. That's attached with a joint to this rail, and it won't go off the ends because I've told it not to. It actually stops 10 mil from each side, and then that bit is attached to that, so therefore I can move that way, and then these are attached to that part too. So it just stacks up. Like
yeah, it's not just like grouping; it's actually physically joined.
Yeah, so one of the reasons I like to use things like this, other than going in blind, is I've just spotted that piece there is going to overextend there. That's going to go further than the rail. So I've got the capacity here to make that a little bit longer, if I need to, but also with how far out that is, it might not be a problem because I'm going to be clamping the end of that rail here. So if I can make that mount thinner, I've got I've got a bit of wiggle room there. So that's stuff that I'll be working on later on. But that is looking good. I'm liking that. Oh, quick look over to make sure the printer hasn't totally died on me. Oh, sounds like the baby's not happy. Oh, yep, that's printing alright.
He believed that he was getting a rattle. That's what he thought you were 3D printing, and now he's just devastated.
No, now he's waving at Mum. Alright, so I haven't changed any of that part, so I should just better drop that part in.
So completely hypothetical question, I guess, at the moment. Do you know how many parts you need to fabricate?
No. No, I know that the parts that go on the end of the rail that I've got there, they would need to be totally of my own design. They currently do not exist. Yeah, it's not that way around. I need to check the instructions for that one again, I think. Let's move that. I'm going to have to run away for a little moment. So
I'll entertain the public.
I will be back shortly.
So, I don't know if Dynamite's explained to you guys or not, but his 3D printer that he's printing this off with, the components he's going to be using, he actually built that 3D printer as well. He had a little bit of help with it, but he built his own 3D printer. So now he's using the 3D printer he built to make a new 3D printer, which I think is pretty impressive. It's like a 3D printerception. It's like inception of 3D printers. So you could say his 3D printer is cloning itself. Not a perfect clone. It's pretty impressive. And I've seen the things that he's printed and actually got my hands on too. So yeah, pretty cool actually. The things you can make with a 3D printer is pretty impressive. Some of my family have store built ones, and they're not. They're good because they've got like built in. This is a design you can use, and so kids can print stuff off. But once the kids have printed off one or two things, that's it. But if you're an actual inventor, then being able to 3D print things has a lot of power to it. And I hope that the kids that have printed things off 3D will get inspired to build their own other things. But I haven't seen that yet. They just see it as a novel toy. It's like when you go to the supermarket and there's those machines where you put in 20 cents and you spin the thing and a ball comes out. That's basically how the kids see the 3D printer. Um, so yeah, let's see what happens anyway. Welcome back.
Alrighty. Um, right, what other parts do I know where it actually goes? I've got the infrared sensor. So these are all parts of the Prusa Mark III S with the MMU 2.0S unit. Which means that the idea here is I'll be able to run 5 different types of material, or 5 different colours, or just lots of little half rolls that I just need to use up stuff, and it will automatically change at the end of the roll and do what it needs to do to give me a beautiful print.
Wow.
So I'm yet to see that unit on the style of printer that I'm trying to make at the scale. So I'm going to have a build volume of 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters. Which is quite a large printer. So what else have I got here? Step files. Oh, hang on. Let's that baby in too.
I did hear that, and I was like, I wonder what's going on in the background when he says baby. I got pictures of me as a child sitting on the carpet eating coffee. Yeah, and I mean tons of coffee. I would like to have known how much of that coffee I consumed, but there was so much everywhere too. Oh my goodness. I think that was before Mum had even woken up. I think I did the same sort of thing too with Vegemite. I love Vegemite and coffee. Thank God I didn't get into Mum's Viagra. Oh, I think he's coming back. I've seen some of the videos on the interwebs where the kid has covered themselves with butter or Nutella, and you know the horrification. I'm going to make that a word now. That the parent has as soon as they see what their child's done to themselves. I have no idea though why, as a child, it's the thing to do. Like going into the mud and playing in the mud seems really natural, but finding a can of coffee and spilling it all over yourself as a child still, it has to be linked to that. It has to be linked to that sort of behaviour. I miss playing in the mud. Like making mud pies and just simple days.
Right.
Was he enjoying himself?
He decided he wanted to get the olive oil out.
Oh.
Yep.
How far into the olive oil did he get it out?
He removed the bottle from its trolley.
Wow, yeah, okay. But hadn't proceeded to wear it?
No, left the lid on.
I was just explaining to the audience. I remember days of wearing coffee.
Yep.
I got pictures of wearing coffee.
Yep.
Good thing is though, like olive oil is really good for the skin.
Oh yeah, we showered him in it. Like that was what we used instead of soap for quite some time.
Yeah.
Right. Now where does this part go?
So you've got models of the parts.
Yeah, so one of the great things about most 3D printers is it's all open source. So I'm directly using someone else's componentry here, and that's fine. That is actually part of the plan. So once I've done this, I will be making all my files and plans openly available for everyone else. Come here, mate. No? What you doing?
Maybe he's telling you he wants a shower. That's why he's gone to the olive oil.
Well, he's currently chasing my bottle of Coke around the floor, so... Dog, go get the baby. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. There he is. Go get him. No, not me. You're the dumb dog. Yes, you are.
She's a beautiful girl.
Go get him. Go get him. Where's Papa? Where's Papa? Where's Papa? Go get him. Alright, I would like this mode to have like better colour contrast. It's very washed out and can be quite difficult to work out what the hell you're actually doing.
And what's going to be powering this thing?
There's
Like brain-wise?
brain-wise, I'll be getting a Rambo box to run this one, which is basically an Arduino, but it's got some extra features to it. Believe it or not, the Raspberry Pi is too smart for the job.
Huh.
Ah, that's not entirely true. You can do it with the Pi. Why did that just pivot on me? Cancel. I think I'll be right if I capture that point, do that point. That looks right. So that joint will actually be a
I love the
revolve.
I love the effects of it shaking when it's connected.
Yeah, it's good fun. Okay.
So I wanted to make a game years ago where you basically went in and destroyed a building.
Yep.
Somebody did that, but they didn't do what I wanted. I could just imagine building every single component like this.
Yep, that's about right. Cool. So that'll have a yeah, that's right. Cool. Yay!
So what's the islet that we're seeing at the moment?
So the motor, like this is actually looking from the back. So the motor is actually going to be here, blocking the path. There'll be a little gear that goes on there and another gear that goes on the motor. And then your plastic filament will actually drop down through the top.
Right.
And we'll mesh between those two gears. And then get fed down. So there's parts here because they're like parts that I don't need to print. I don't need to modify stuff for, or directly for. That I'm just not modelling them. If I was doing this commercially, I'd probably do that. But if I was doing this commercially, I'd know a whole lot more about what I'm doing. So yeah. That goes there. So that tells me then that the MMU2S cover Should be that way around. It would be nicer if it was a little bit clever about how it positions stuff. There probably is a way to do that, but I don't know what it is. Right, that's better. Oh, I have to work out how to shade these things. Appearance. Because they're a reference component, righto. So that was a little warning letting me know that to change that, I need to start here. This again is me trying to work out what the hell I'm doing. Because I really want everything to start looking solid. So just see what I'm doing. Really, mate.
That'll make things easier on you.
Maybe. That's a bit better. Right, so that must have stuff join it from the top, from the other side. Probably the filament sensor. Ooh, that sounds like my cue. What's up, mate? You alright? Alrighty, that sounds like my little dude's run out of patience. Yeah, I'm on, mate. Oh, hey! What are you doing? Oh. Yeah, you sit on my lap. You sit on my lap and not reach the keyboard, or my headset, or the mouse, or no, not happening. All right. Ta. Ta. Oh, you are a rat bag. Hello. Yeah.
Is he going to help you?
He thinks he's going to help me. His definition of help and mine are fairly different things. Oh, he loves watching the printer work though. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to leave it there for now. I think. Looks like he's gonna need a little bit more patience than that. So thanks for hanging out, dude. I'll chat to you later.
No worries. Good luck, man.
Cheers, mate.